Imagine spending your entire life taking care of everyone else, cooking, cleaning, watching kids, only to be told you're a burden. That's what happened to me. After years of being called the family babysitter, my dad looked me dead in the eyes and yelled, "If you want to live here, you'll have to start paying rent." So I smiled, grabbed my bags, and drove away. A week later, my sister texted me something that changed everything. If you've ever felt unappreciated or treated like you don't matter, this story will hit deep. Hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready for one of the most satisfying family revenge stories you'll ever hear. For as long as I can remember, my role in the family wasn't daughter, it was helper. Every weekend, every family dinner, every emergency, I was the one they called. Not because they cared about me, but because I was available. When I was 16, my parents realised I was good with kids. That was my mistake. From then on, every time my sister wanted a night out, or my brother needed someone to watch his twins, I was the go-to babysitter. It wasn't even a question anymore. They'd just tell me, "Hey, you're free tonight, right? We'll drop the kids off around 6. And if I said I had plans, they'd laugh. "Come on, what plans? You barely go out anyway." It started to feel less like a favour and more like a job I never agreed to. By the time I hit 24, I'd finished college but hadn't yet moved out. Rent was expensive, and my job barely covered my bills, so I stayed in my old room trying to save up. But in my parents' eyes, that meant free labour. Whenever I tried to talk about feeling overworked or unappreciated, they brushed it off. "You should be grateful you have a roof over your head." They didn't see it as me helping. They saw it as me owing them. Birthdays, holidays, it didn't matter. I was always the one cleaning up, keeping kids entertained, running errands. And when my siblings praised themselves for their perfect families, I just smiled quietly, feeling invisible in my own home. One Saturday night, I was watching my sister's 3 kids again, not because I wanted to, but because she'd forgotten to book her regular sitter. She dropped them off with a quick, "You're the best, I'll owe you one." And of course, she never did. When she came back, hours late and smelling like tequila and regret, she handed me a cold slice of pizza as thanks. That night, as I sat on the couch surrounded by toys and spilled juice, something inside me just snapped. I wasn't living. I was serving. And the worst part? My own family didn't even notice. A few days later, I came home from work exhausted. My dad was in the kitchen, and the second I walked in, he started. "You're home late again. Did you make dinner?" "No, I just got off work." "You know, everyone else here contributes. You should start paying rent if you're going to keep living here." I froze. For a moment I thought he was joking. But then he slammed the fridge shut and said it again, louder. "If you want to live here, you'll have to start paying rent." That was it. The years of thankless chores, the endless babysitting, the guilt tripping. It all came flooding back. My chest tightened. My hands shook. But instead of crying, I smiled. "You know what, Dad? You're right." I walked to my room, packed my bags, and left. No dramatic goodbye. No explanation. Just silence. The drive to my friend's apartment felt surreal. For the first time in years, the weight on my chest was gone. No kids screaming, no guilt, just quiet. I found a small studio apartment 2 towns over. Nothing fancy, but it was mine. I started working extra shifts, budgeting tightly, and for the first time, I felt independent. But then the texts started coming. At first, it was small stuff. My mum wrote, "Hey sweetie, are you coming by Sunday? The kids miss you." Then my sister, "Can you watch the boys for just one night? Please, I have an event." I ignored them. A few days later, I got the text that made me laugh out loud. My sister wrote, "So, Dad's been struggling to help Mum with the grandkids. It's been a lot without you here. Can you come over for a bit? Maybe stay the weekend?" I stared at my phone, shaking my head. Now they missed me. Now they realised how much I'd been doing. I typed back, "Sorry, I can't. I'm too busy paying rent," and hit send. A week later, I found out through my cousin that things at home had fallen apart. My sister had to cancel 2 nights out because no one could babysit. My dad got into an argument with my mum over how ungrateful kids are, and my brother's wife apparently said, "I don't know how she managed all those kids. I can barely handle one." For the first time, they realised how much I'd done, quietly, consistently, without complaint. The family babysitter wasn't just a title. I'd been the glue holding their chaos together. One evening, as I was making dinner in my new apartment, my phone rang. It was my dad. I hesitated but answered. He sounded tired, not saying angry, just worn out. "Hey, kiddo. Listen, I might have overreacted. Things have been rough without you around." I didn't say anything. "Your mum misses you. The house feels quiet." There was a long pause, and then he added softly, "You're always welcome here, rent-free." That line hit hard, but I wasn't the same girl who left that night. So I said, "Thanks, Dad, but I'm doing okay, really." And I meant it. Here's the thing. I didn't need to scream, argue, or seek revenge in some dramatic way. My revenge was living well, building a life where I wasn't someone's convenience. A week after that call, I posted a photo of my small but cosy apartment online. The caption read, "Finally home." My sister commented, "Looks nice. The kids miss their favourite babysitter." I smiled and replied, "Tell them Auntie's retired." Sometimes revenge isn't about getting even, it's about getting free. My family didn't realise my worth until I stopped giving it away for free. And now? They respect my time, my boundaries, and my peace. Funny how silence, not shouting, ended up being the loudest message I ever sent. If you've ever been the responsible one who everyone takes for granted, remember this. You teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate. And sometimes, the most powerful revenge is walking away and letting the silence do the talking. If this story hit close to home, smash that like button and tell me in the comments. Have you ever had to walk away to make people see your worth? And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more true stories of poetic justice and powerful revenge. Because sometimes, karma just needs a little help.